So let's see guys, like how we are going to kick off a new agile project. I've broken up into different steps. Let's see what is the step one, guys. Like the first step, what would I take in working of a agile project is like you need to get right people together in your team. So the first step would be getting the right people together. And what is the step two? Let's see, so you need to establish a social contract as per the agile principles. Like what would be there in the social contract is like it would explain how the team should operate and functions. It will be a set of terms wherein every team member would abide. For example, let's assume like meeting on time, like every team member should be on time on every day on this particular time. It's an example, like you will have set of terms over there, and also it will have basic principles of how to operate as per the organization norms. And this social contract also can be extended by getting feedback from the team members, and it could be built collectively, guys. And the next one is that it is done at a very lower level. So this is a step two. So you have to establish a social contract so that the rapport with the team builds and you could communicate very easily. And what is step three? If you see, it is a team focus. So what is team focus? It says like why we are here and what is the goal which we have to abide in terms of team focus, and who is going to set the goal. So the step three would be your team focus. And the step four is that you have to check so whether do we have any backlogs, and if not, those backlogs has to be created. So backlogs in the sense, do you have any set of requirements? So that would foresee into your roadmap and strategy. So based on that, you will be creating a backlog of products will be created. So that would be termed as a product backlog in your step 4, guys. So in the step 4, you will have a defined product backlog, guys. Now step 5 would be roles and responsibilities. So here we will know who owns the product backlog. I mean, you will be assigning to a business owner, you will be assigning to a product manager, but he will be called as a product owner. And now you will know who owns the actual goal of your particular project or product. Now step 6, here the Scrum Master conducts him. He is actual one who orchestrates the entire program. So Scrum Master is an essential part in step 6. In step 6, you have to make sure the Scrum Master has to be established. And the step 7 is that you are going to form a development team. So development team in the sense it is going to be one team, and you are not going to have any separate titles for the team. It doesn't mean that you are disassociating the roles. It would be called as one team and they will have their own voices. So that is a step 7, guys, whether it is a developer or tester or anybody, it will be as one team. So step 7 will be the forming a development team. And step 8, it is an elaboration session, guys. Like in the elaboration session, what will happen is how to build the goal, what is the goal and how to build the goal. So for that, stories, futures and epics will be established, or else it will be available, and value of that particular story will be known, and for which there will be a lot of communication and collaboration will be happening, and always debates are much beautiful so that the end value of the product will come in a very good way. So team values automatically increases here in the way of discussion and debates. And step 9 will be estimation, guys. Like here the estimation is much essential, like it determines the cost of your actual program or else cost of your product, and it is always hard to explain to the organization what would be your estimation. So under my preview, estimation, I decide based on complexity, and also I would ask how much effort would be taking for this particular task to be built, whether it has been done before or not, and based on that also estimation will be determined. And estimation on unknown. So what is unknown? So when we ask to a team member, they wouldn't have worked on that particular task, or else they will not be good on that particular technical aspect. So which is called as unknown, and for which there are different ways of estimating it. And here the value of estimation is determined with the help of an approach called story points, guys. Now in the step 9 we have discussed about estimation. In step 10, like now we are ready to start with our build. So for which planning is of course required. Here the planning happens, and here like we will see like who and all is available to start with the work, and can everyone work on that particular project. And we are also determining the capacity. There are various ways to determine the capacity, and also like sprints will be planned, and it will also be ready to build and test, guys. And next one is step 11, guys. Here actually the sprint iterations and sprint time frames will be set once you have done with the planning. And here it will be divided as 2-week sprint, 3-week sprint and 4-week sprint. Like the first set of sprints will be set up, and here we have to monitor first 3 weeks sprint so that it will be helpful in gauging your actual velocity and all, like how much effort it is taken in establishing your task completed in that particular sprint. And step 12 will be a retrospective session. Like at the end of the sprint, the retrospective will happen, like what and all went well, what and all went wrong, and what can be improved. So everything will be done in the step 12, like as and when you complete the sprint. Also, as a part of this Kickoff Agile, you can also follow this retrospective process. And here it concludes, guys. If you follow all this process, I'm sure you are going to definitely win in this particular task, guys. So you follow all these steps, all these 11 steps when you kick off an agile project, and definitely that particular program or project is going to be successful. Thank you, guys.